In this demo video, I will give you an overview of some of the products that we offer and then walk you through a normal workflow process. Our software is broken up into two core components. The first is the admin system, which is what you would use in the office. In the admin system, you can easily create an estimate, convert that to a job whenever you're ready. You will have access to a drag and drop dispatch screen. It's very simple to navigate. Access to both the company and your own personal calendar. In the accounting section, Service Fusion allows you to invoice customers directly out of this software, but it also integrates with both QuickBooks Desktop and QuickBooks Online. Finally, you have a reports section with the ability to create custom reports and even export that data out of this system into an Excel spreadsheet. The second piece is the field worker interface. This is what the service tech would use out in the field from their smartphone or from their tablet. From this interface, they can easily view their job assignments behind a calendar view under My Work. If you allow them to, they can create their own work orders out in the field, view inventory and stock levels per warehouse location, along with basic clocking in and break functions as well that are then sent into a payroll report. The Field Worker app also tracks the service technician's location. This will keep you in the loop on what's happening out in the field at all times. So to start, let's talk about how we keep you and your team organized. Under the My Office tab, you will see Estimate and Job Statuses. Service Fusion allows you to create as many estimate and job statuses as you need. Once these statuses are created, they appear on the left-hand side of your jobs dashboard. This will make each work order very easy to find based off your own filing system. You can also search for clients within each folder using the search field to the far right. So let's pretend that a customer calls in and requests that we meet them at their property today for a service appointment at 9 a.m. In this example, the admin would then go into the dispatch screen. On the left-hand side, I can view my technicians. Once I find the tech that is free, right-click in that time frame and then choose Job. Doing this will send us to the Create a Job screen, but it also inserts that tech on that date and plugs in the arrival time all automatically. So if it's a first-time customer, one that I've never dealt with before, I would just key in the information as they give it to me. If it's an existing customer, I have a universal search allowing me to search for that client's information using their telephone number, email address, company name, contact name, any criteria that you can think of to then pull up that client's record. Once I pull up a client's record, in the upper left beneath the customer section, I have service agreements. Now you can name your service agreements, you can define what they cover, even plug in a lifespan. So the moment I pull up that client's record, I can easily see whether they're in or out of warranty. Beneath that section, I have the customer's contact information, the service location. Now, if you work with residential customers, some of these guys live in gated communities or password protected areas, so you can place a flag in the box and then type in the gate code so the service tech has access to it without calling the customer directly. I have a section for my job description, and if provided, I can also associate a purchase order number with the job as well. So really quick, just to make sure that you understand where we're headed, when we create a job in this system, it's very simple. I have the consumer related information on the left, scheduling and any notes specifically for the service technician on the right, and at the very bottom, I can plug in all charges and services associated with this job as well. So going back to the consumer side, at the top we have a toolbar. The second box are custom fields. So in this system, you can rename our fields to say whatever you would like. So this way the admin or the service tech can then plug in whatever answers that need to be associated with the job and it can all be tracked on the work order. To the right, you can attach as many photos or documents as you would like. You can also view historical information with respect to each piece of equipment that the customer has on premise. On the scheduling side, if it happens to be a multi-day job, you can place a flag in the box and then plug in the start and end date of the work order. Some of our clients have jobs that repeat, so you can place a flag in this box and then set the repeating sequence so that the system recreates this job as often as you need. In the completion notes section, the service technician can then summarize what was done on the work order or leave recommendations for the customer. You can also flag the job for a follow-up. In the middle section, you have an area to plug in a full diagnostic checklist. This will ensure that all of your service technicians are doing a full diagnostic on every single service call. You can also message back and forth with the service technicians using an instant message mechanism within the software. There is a reminder option allowing the system to contact the customer or service tech via email, text message, or phone call about the appointment scheduled. Scroll down to the very bottom and then click Save Job. So for most clients, it literally takes them 60 seconds to create a work order, and then you're on to the next thing. Once a job is created, the system will assign it a job number in the upper left-hand corner. At the admin level, you can very easily take a deposit or create an invoice with one click of a button. Email this work order to the service technician. You can also print it out with or without the pricing and just hand it to the service technician as well. So we just created a job in this system and we assigned it to Max. So I'm going to play the role of Max and I will log in so that you can see what the service tech sees. So the work order we just created ends in 524. So the service tech will click My Work. And this is where they can view their job assignments for the day. The job ending in 524 is the very first job, so we'll click on it. And this is their view. Now in the upper right, I can see the customer and scheduling information. Behind the info button, I can see the customer's contact information, but I can also see every estimate or job that we have ever done for this customer in the past. Hopefully this will save you a ton of time from a diagnostic standpoint. Behind the mapping button, I can get turn-by-turn directions to the job site, upload as many photos as they would like. You can also capture multiple signatures and associate those signatures with the work order as well. Now at the bottom is where the service technician can then see the task list. So one by one, as they complete each task, they move on to the next, and then obviously on to the next. They can also view any documents or equipment associated with this customer. And behind the invoicing tab, again, let's pretend that we're at a customer site, and for some reason we need to add some charges. So as you probably have noticed, you can add a product and a service. Now you can do this separately, or you can bundle them together. You guys probably know this is flat rate pricing, but we will do this individually for this particular example. So let's add a product. And as you can see here, all of the categories are broken down and they're enhanced with images. So it's a lot easier for the tech to navigate, and if he's in front of a customer, it's a lot easier for them to sell. So I'll choose split systems. And you can see we have two subcategories. Again, this makes it very simple for the tech to navigate. When I choose air conditioners, you can now see I have two items behind my subcategory. So I'll choose the first. In this section, you can see the product description, pictures, and even videos. Now, the videos is normally something that's supplied by the manufacturer unless you guys choose to produce something in-house. Pricing can automatically load member pricing if the customer has an active membership agreement. You can also modify these prices at any given time on the spot. Scroll to the bottom and then click Add this product. You can add as many products as you would like. It's a very seamless process. But in this case, we've added a product, but we also need to install this unit. So when I scroll to the bottom, I can click Add Service, go to my Install subcategory, and then see the installation packages, choose the one that applies. It then adds it to the work order by clicking Add this service. So in this example, we've added an item. We also have our install code. At this point, this job is done. We'll scroll up to the very top, we'll click the power button, and then we'll choose completed. Once the job is completed, when I scroll back down behind the invoicing tab, I'll have the option to then invoice this out. But before I do that, I can email this work order if necessary. If the service tech has access to a wireless printer, they can print out the work order as well. But I'm going to click Finalize Invoice. Now, based off the statuses that you've created in your back office, once you click Invoice, it'll move this work order over into your invoice folder. But if you're using QuickBooks, it also maps this work order over into QuickBooks with the exact same invoice number. We're trying to save you guys as many steps as we can. Now, if it's a residential customer, you can take a payment through the FieldWorker app by check, credit card, or by cash. If it's a commercial customer, more than likely you're going to email them an invoice. So when I click email, it pulls up the email address from the work order automatically. Most of our clients create an invoice template summarizing what was done on the work order along with the associated charges and a link for a customer to make a payment. The service technician can add any relevant photos, any relevant documents that you would like to share with the customer, and then click send. Now there's also a print option, so if I click print invoice, it'll then print out an invoice right then and there with your company letterhead and logo on it. If you work with a lot of property management companies, it does separate the service location from the parent account. Now to take this a step further, the most popular module that we offer here is called custom documents. So a lot of our clients, they really like to increase their brand with the client. So if you'd like to customize your invoice structure, maybe show some of your previous work, You have a lot of additional pages for you to add customer testimonials, etc. Anything that you would like to do to kind of make this look a little bit more attractive, you can do that. But from across several different industries, a lot of our customers, they really enjoy this module to really increase their brand presence with the client. But we covered the full workflow process in this demo video. I truly hope that it was helpful. If you have any questions, please give us a call at 888-902-0304. We'd love to speak to you in further detail. Have a great day.